the people of Musa, I thought to myself, Musa's people are big in number. Then Allah said to him, oh Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look at your ummah, your nation. Remember the ummah that we're talking about, what is the ummah here? The ummah two types. Ummatul da'wah wa ummatul ijabah. Ummatul da'wah is the ummah, the kuffar come under that. Ummah, the kuffar come under it. It's the ummah that you give da'wah to. Ummatul ijabah is the ummah who accepted the call. That's only for the believers. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his hadith, what did he say to us? He saw his people, and then he was happy, alayhi salam. And this was done at the night of Isra al-Mi'raj. This happened at the night of Isra wal-Mi'raj. Then the Messenger ﷺ was said to him, فِيهِمْ, from the people you see, here, from them is 70,000 who are going to enter Jannah بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ وَلَا عَذَابٍ. No accountability. You won't be accounted. And nor will they be punished. No reckoning, no questioning, directed to Jannah. Then the Prophet, when he told the companions, he went into his room. He just went in his room. Sahaba sat amongst themselves and started debating. What did they say? A group of people said, هُمُ الَّذِينَ وُلِدُوا فِي الْإِسْلَامِ. They are those who were born as Muslims. They were born. The people that are 70,000 is the ones that are born as a Muslim. And this hadith is an indication to show that the person who's born as a Muslim has a virtue. It's a virtue. To be born, it's a virtue to be born as a Muslim. Then the Messenger ﷺ, what did he say after that? The Sahabas amongst themselves. What did they say? Amongst themselves. لا هم الذين صحبوا النبي. They are the companions. You see again, the companions have a virtue that nobody else can receive. The voices went up. The Prophet said, what are you debating about? They said, Ya Rasulullah, this is the issue over here. He gave them a characteristics, not a people. To show you that this is not only the Sahabas, and not only the 3 generations. As long as you come with these descriptions, you can be part of them. What are they? هم الذين لا يسترقون. They don't ask for ruqyah. You don't see them knocking on the doors of the ruqah. The people of ruqyah. Do ruqyah, do ruqyah. They don't ask for ruqyah. Does that mean it's haram to ask ruqyah?
No.
No, it doesn't mean it's haram. It's just that you won't be from the 70,000 if you ask for ruqyah. Don't ask your son to read Quran on you. You know why people ask for ruqyah today? It's because the Muslims amongst themselves have become unaware of their own Muslim brothers. Your brother shouldn't have needed to ask you for ruqyah. You should have already been there to give him ruqyah. You see your brother that's ill, grab him by the hand and say, I want to read Quran on you. He would have been from the 70,000 and he would have got his ruqyah. No. But because the Muslims are not thinking for their Muslim brother, the brother keeps giving hints, one after the other. Brother, I'm very ill. But I've got a I'm very ill, brother. He sends every Morse code there is. The brother doesn't understand. And the other brother says, Akhi, do ruqyah. Until he loses the opportunity of being from that 70,000. وَلَا يَسْتَرْقُونَ. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَلَا يَتَطَيَّرُونَ. And they're not superstitious people. If the shoes go, if a person is about to go and his shoes they turn over, don't go. Do you know what that means? You're going to get run over by a car. Don't go. The other day, I was talking to a brother and he told me a very funny story about superstitions. And I had a haqiqah. Some people have it. One brother, his airport, a flight was booked for him. When the flight was booked for him, he came to the airport. When he came, the flight went. He called the agency, he said, our flight is gone. So what can you help us with? The agency said, I'll talk to them for you. So with him, the brother is a disabled brother. So when they went, they spoke to the agency and they said, look, the reason why they came late is because one was disabled. So due to disability, please look after them. So the agency said, okay, no problem, tomorrow, same time, from another flight. The brother, he didn't know that he was going to get it that quick. So he put the phone down. Next morning he called, he said, no, I'm not going. The family said, we paid for your ticket, you and the disabled one. The disabled one doesn't know nothing. We paid for your ticket, just go. He said, no, I'm not going to go. This is it's money. Alhamdulillah, you got the opportunity for a refund and another flight. Go. Why would you not want to go? He said, yesterday they wanted to kill me. The flight, they wanted to kill me. How do you know? Because when I went out, one of my shoes turned around. So they wanted to kill me. Their stuff was not ready. Today it's ready. So they want to kill me today. I'm not going. I don't want to go. I want to stay. The people, the money's going to be wasted. Don't worry. It's not going to be wasted. I prefer living than my money be wasted. That's how it reaches. Wallahi, some people, that's how they go. How far they are. وَلَا يَتَطَيَّرُونَ. The Prophet said, وَلَا يَكْتَوُونَ. ما معنى يكتوون? They don't burn themselves. They don't use fire. Go to Somalia, you see some people, you think chest has been played on their heads. Everywhere. Nothing is being left for their body. The person says, I've got a little flu, bring the fire. I've just got a flu, bring the fire. Every solution is the fire. Fire has become the solution. وَلَا يَكْتَوُونَ. Is it allowed to do K? The K is allowed. نعم. راجح قول العلماء is permissible. لكن the person should leave it. The K is permissible, but he shouldn't do it. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. And they have tawakkul in who? Those are the 70,000. They do all of that, and they come with tawakkul. Not tawakkul. And a farq between tawakkul and tawakkul. Tawakkul is when you just sit away somewhere, Allah's going to bring money. Tawakkul is what? Al-akhdhu bil-asbab. You stand up and you strive. In the qira'at in surah today, وَهُزِّي إِلَيْكِ بِجِذْعِ النَّخْلَةِ تساقط إليك رطبا جنيا. تساقط عليك رطبا جنيا. Maryama, when she was sitting there, she was about to give birth. Allah didn't say to Maryama, from the sky inshallah I'll bring you dates. What did he say to her? He said, shake the tree. You have to work. You have to work, even at that point. You want food? Even if it means pushing, touching it like that. You have to go through a little struggle to receive something. Nothing is just, here, take it. The person has to work in order to get something. And if anybody was, Maryam would have been just given, take it. But Allah told her to push the tree, even though she's giving birth. So al-akhdhu bil-asbab, and then tawakkul is correct. The Prophet said in the hadith of Umar, hadith of al-Khattab, لو أنكم توكلتم على الله حق توكله لرزقكم كما يرزق الطير تغدو خماسا وتروح بطانا. If you had tawakkul in Allah, the same way the bird has. The bird, what does it do? It wakes up in the morning, not knowing where it's going to get food from, goes, looks, finds food. Not only does it come with food, but it comes through, not only does it get food, but it brings back food for its family. Back home. The time when everybody was back in their countries, the man would leave in the morning, wallah, having no job. No job. In the whole time, he brings food. Wherever he brings it, he brings food. Sah? People used to be like that. Now it's for a job, no tawakkul in Allah. Now today, subhanAllah, people have become in belief in more of the sabab, and they left the qasad and the ghaya. They're more trust the cause, the reason, then they believe that the one that can make this all happen. So brothers, having hope and fear, the person needs to be scared. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who is more better than he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was scared. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was scared. They said to him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, كيف أنعم? How am I going to be happy? Look at him saying alayhi sallam, كيف أنعم? وصاحب السور قد التقم السور وحنى جبهته وأصغى سمعه وحنى سمعته وأصغى سمعته ينتظر فيؤمر فينفخ في الرسول. How am I going to enjoy myself? The Prophet ﷺ is saying. And find joy and happiness when the angel Israfil, who's going to blow the trumpet, has now placed the trumpet on his mouth. He's ready done it. Is that all? La. He brought his forehead and his ears closer to Allah. All he wants to be told is to blow, and he's going to blow. That's how close the hour is. The Prophet said this 1,400 and something years ago. Today, do you think it's closer? The Prophet said, بُعِثْتُ أَنَا مِي وَالسَّاعَةُ كَهَاتَيْنِ فَقَارَنَ النَّبِيُّ صلى الله عليه وسلم بين الصبابة والوسطى. He did this, salawatullah wasalam. He said, me and the hour were brought out like this. 1,400 something years ago. So when you laugh too much, you should ask yourself, anytime, you have to be careful. And remember that your hour is always closer than the bigger hour to be. And the Prophet said, "Man mata, qamat qiyamatuh." Anyone who dies, his hour strike. So you're scared that your one comes to you personally. Don't laugh like that. Ikhwan, if anybody deserved to laugh, the companions deserved to laugh. Abu Bakr, Allah, he deserved to laugh. Why? Because he got promised Jannah whilst he was alive. Umar was told Jannah whilst he was alive. Uthman, Ali, and the likes of these Sahaba companions. They laughed, and the Prophet said to them one day, he said, Wallahi inni la a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. I know that which you don't know. He said, أَبْطَتِ السَّمَاء وَحُقَّ لَهَا أَنْ تَحِدْ. He said, the sky squeaked, and it has every right to squeak. Wallahi, the sky, it went qeeq. Like when you put something, a camel, when you put something on top of the camel, الصوت الضجيج على الراحلة. Imam Nawawi says, it's the sound that the animal makes when you put too much on it. The sound that comes out of it. The sky did that. أَبْطَتِ السَّمَاء وَحُقَّ لَهَا أَنْ تَحِدْ. Why? ما من موضع أربعة أصابع. There is no place where you can put 4 fingers إلا وفيها ملك واضع جبهته ساجدا لله. Except there is an angel doing sujood for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sama is full. The sama is full of Allah's angels doing sujood for him. Allah has that creation subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, لو أنكم تعلمون ما أعلم. والله, if you were to know what I know, لضحكتم قليلا. Your laughter would be little, and your tears and your crying, ولبكيتم كثيرا, and you would cry more. The person will cry more, knowing what is waiting for him on the other side. The Prophet ﷺ said to Jibreel, Laylat Isra wal Mi'raj, he said, yeah, Jibreel, مَا لِي لَا أَرَى مِكَائِلٌ يَضْحَكُ. He said, why don't I see Mikail laugh, smile, enjoy himself? Why? He says, مُنْذُ أَنْ خَلَقَ النَّارِ. The day that was created, لَمْ يَضْحَكْ مِكَائِلٌ قَطٌ. The day the hellfire was created, Mikail saw it. That was the last day he ever laughed. He saw the kind of nar that was waiting for the people. And then the person has to be scared. And Allah in the Quran, many places He tells us, the people are going to be scared of the Quran when they read it, and they recite the ayats of the Quran, and they look at the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and they look at the seerah of the Salaf, whose hearts are touched, are the people who already have fear in their hearts. As Allah says, وَكَذَلِكَ أَخْذُ رَبِّكَ إِذَا أَخَذَ الْقُرَى وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ إِنَّ أَخْذَهُ أَلِيمٌ شَدِيدٌ ذَلِكَ لِمَنْ خَافَ ذَلِكَ. Beginning of the ayat, وَكَذَلِكَ what's the ayah?
إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً.
Well, beginning of the ayah. I just read the ayah beginning. وَكَذَلِكَ أَخْذُ رَبِّكَ إِذَا أَخَذَ الْقُرَى وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ. And this is the cities and the towns in which when Allah destroys, that's how it becomes. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً لِمَنْ خَافَ عَذَابَ الْآخِرَةِ ذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَجْمُوعٌ لَهُ النَّاسُ وَذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَشْهُودٌ. The destroying of towns and villages, it's a sign. Sign of what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's anger. And the power and the mightiness of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Wallahi, we hear it every day. Sometimes even from the tongues of the believers. The believers. Wallahi, natural disaster today took over sunnah. Natural disaster. What natural disaster is? And after Allah brought the punishment, don't you even think to yourself, it's a adab min Allah. Where's the natural disaster from? Here Allah brought the punishment, we should say to ourselves. As Allah says in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ أَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْعَذَابِ فَمَسْتَكَانُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ وَمَا يَتَضَرَّعُونَ. We brought a punishment on them, severe. There they are, they're not taking out of it from a sign, and they're not becoming soft and humbling themselves. Rather they take from it arrogance and hard-headedness. Allah is destroying your city, He's bringing poverty to your land. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just, what do you call it, an earthquake. You're saying to yourself, the problem came from us, we didn't detect it very early. Our systems were not on point. It's the ayah of the Quran. وَلَقَدْ أَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْعَذَابِ فَمَسْتَكَانُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ وَمَا يَتَضَرَّعُونَ. You know why? Because there was no fear in the first place. Allah says, إِنَّ بَطْشَ رَبِّكَ لَشَدِيدٌ. When Allah grabs somebody, ikhwan, it's not slow. It's not easy. It is a person, ikhwan, كُلَّ حِينٍ عَلَى وَجْهٍ. And the people who entered Jannah, when they entered Jannah, this is the characteristics they came with. وَأَقْبَلَ بَعْضُهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. What did they say? They questioned each other in Jannah. Sat down. What brought you to Jannah? I know what brought me to Jannah. What brought you to Jannah? You know what they all had in common? إِنَّا كُنَّا فِي أَهْلِنَا مُشْفِقِينَ أي خائفين. When we were with our families and our children and our people, we were scared. Everyone says, I was scared. Oh, me too. Wow, me too. Whoa. That is one thing they all were common in. Fear and hope. So they were scared. You can't gain Jannah to Firdaus by laughing too much. You can't gain Jannah by not having a moment in your life where you're scared. Where you sit down and you ask yourself, like the Salaf used to do. Malik ibn Dinar, he said, Ya Rab, inna laka firqatayn. Oh Allah, you have two types of people. Allah sinfayn, you have two types of people. Qawmun ila Jannah, a people to Jannah. Wa qawmun ila nar, people to the hellfire. فَأَيُّهُمَا مَالِكٌ. Which one is Malik's one? Which one is Malik? Is he from the group that's going to be the Jannah or the people of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz? Ikhwani, you know who Umar ibn Abdul Aziz is. Ikhwani, ghaniyun an al-ta'rif. He's higher than defining who he is, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. You probably all know the day and the year and the time and the place and everything he was born at and his life. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz used to say, وَكَيْفَ تَنَامُ الْعَيْنُ وَهِيَ قَرِيرَةٌ وَلَمْ تَدْرِ فِي أَيِّ الْمَحَلَّيْنِ يَنْزِلُ. How is somebody's eyes just going to sleep at night and really he doesn't know where he's going to be in the day of judgment? He doesn't know what place he's going to be for. Is he going to be from Ashab al-Yamin or is he going to be from Ashab al-Shimal? Is he going to be from those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to them, اِخْسَأُوا فِيهَا وَلَا تُكَلِّمُونَ? Destruction is for you, don't talk. Or is he going to be from those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to them, اُدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ? Enter Jannah with what you did. Is he going to be from those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي جَنَّاتِ وَنَهَرٍ? Or is he going to be from those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to as the fujjar, the disbelievers, the wrongdoers? It's for you to now, and this is the only chance that you have. Wallahi, this life is the only place you have. Wallahi, you have no other place where you can come back. Yes, that day you will know, but today is the only day you can win. فَالْيَوْمَ عَمَلٌ وَلَا حِسَابٌ وَغَدًا حِسَابٌ وَلَا عَمَلٌ فَكُونُوا مِنْ أَبْنَائِ الْآخِرَةِ إِخْوَانِ. Be from the children of the hereafter, as Umar Ali ibn Abi Talib used to say. The people of the hereafter. When you ask yourselves, when you do something, every time just think about that day. The Sahabas would stand next to the Prophet ﷺ, and all they thought about was, Ya Rasulullah, Jannah. How are we going to, where are we going to be? The Prophet saw one of his great companions standing next to him, and he said to the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet was talking to the other people, he was addressing the other companions. When the Prophet finished, ﷺ, he came up to him and said, Ya Rasulullah. The Prophet saw him and he realized that he wanted to ask him something. He said, sit, ask what you want. He said, Ya Rasulullah, أسألك بمرافقتك في الجنة. I want to be with you in Jannah. Look at these people, Allah, that's what they were always thinking about. He didn't say, Ya Rasulullah, all the money of the spoils of the war that you have, can I have some of it? Ya Rasulullah, I want to have more money. I'm sadly not financially stable. Ya Rasulullah. This is not what their goal was. Their goal was what? The hereafter. Always connected. Their heart is always connected to that place. And they strive for it. And remember, brothers, if your heart is connected to a place like that, you can't stop until you go to that place. And I've said this to you guys many times. This is a woman, a great companion from one of the companions of the Masjid Annoor, and a great, noble wife of the Prophet Zainab bint Jahsh. She had a rope connected between two pillars. The Prophet ﷺ came. فَرَأَى حَبْلٌ مَرْبُوطٌ بَيْنَ السَّوَارِيَيْنِ مِنْ سَوَارِ الْمَسْجِدِ. The Prophet saw a rope connected between two pillars. He said, مَنْ لِهَذِي الْحَبْلِ? The Prophet touched the rope and he said, whose rope is this? قِيلَ إِنَّهَا لِزَيْنَبَ. This rope is the rope of Zainab. He said, مَاذَا تَصْنَعُ بِهَا? What did she do with it? Because the Prophet never gave a judgment unless he knew what it was for. We jumped to conclusions today. The Prophet said, whose rope is this and what did she do with it? Ikhwani, look. Wallahi, we don't even come with the first part, rather she's come with the second and the third and the fourth part. The Prophet said, the woman said to the Prophet ﷺ, Tusalli, she prays. فَإِذَا فَتَرَتْ, if she realizes the legs of hers is gone, it's weak, it cannot carry her anymore, تَعَلَّقَتْ, she holds on to it. This is her. She prays when her legs are not able to hold her anymore, and they can't carry her weight. What does she do? She holds on to the rope, and she makes sure that it helps her hold on. The legs, they now pull. They're not doing anything now. It's not carrying her weight anymore. And she prays. The Prophet said, "Hulluhu, take it off." And he said his qawl, which was very famous. فَلْيُصَلِّ أَحَدَكُمْ عَلَى نَشَاطٍ. That one of you should pray on what? His ability. Ikhwani, why would Zainab, now let's ask ourselves, let's not just listen to the story, why would Zainab radiallahu anha do this for? She what? She feared and she what? She hoped. La shakka, there was nothing else. She had hope and she had fear. Now is Zainab a person who had fear and hope in her? Na'am Allah. And what about the boy, the man, the sister that doesn't pray, who doesn't respect his parents? His mother's talking to him, he says, shh, you don't know nothing. His dad is saying something to him. Dad, go, I know better than you. To the saddest things, and this is a very important point, brothers, that I see on a very regular basis. Ikhwan, if your parents are talking, don't talk. How dare you talk? There is no right that a person has to even joke with his parents. You can't joke with your parents, because everything starts as a joke. You don't play around with your parents. When they talk, you put your eyes down. And you just say yes or no. Whenever they ask you, is this? Yes, Daddy. Mom, yes, this is what he said. That's all you have with your parents. There's nothing else. Joking, lad. To the extent, and Imam Malik said, Man nadara ila abawayhi. Anybody who looks at his mother and dad, fa'aqahuma, he's disobedient towards his parents. Anybody who looks at his parents, let alone the one that when his parents talk, he breathes heavily. Because of what they're saying, he disrespects it. Ikhwani, that person hasn't hope for Jannah, nor has he feared it. So Ikhwani, hope and fear are two wings that the believer is always based on. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the ability to come with the four things that help our hearts. Ikhwani, listen to this hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Inna lillahi aniyah. Allah has vessels, Allah has utensils. Do you think you have cups? You have cups and you pour things into? What does a cup do for you? What does that cup do for you? It holds things for you. Allah has cups and utensils on this earth. Who are those? Who is the aniyah that Allah holds? فَآنِيَةُ اللَّهِ قَلْبِ كُلُّ مُؤْمِنٍ, as the Prophet said. The places where Allah keeps things and He stores things is in the hearts of the people of Iman. That is where Allah has placed things in. Make sure that your heart is the aniyah of Allah, not the aniyah of shaitan. Shaitan keeps everything in there, storage. Your heart is a storage. It keeps everything for them. Don't be for those who Allah says, يُحْلِ بَعْضُ مِنَا بَعْضُ تُخْرَ فِي قَوْلِ غُرُورًا. All they do, they work, and their time and their effort is for shayateen and insi wal jinn. The shayateen of the ins and the shayateen of the jinn. Be a servant who's fully submitted himself for Allah. Wallahi al-azim. There is no individual who fully submitted himself to Allah and has come with what the 14th Ibn Qayyim mentions, except wallahi, you will always be happy, no matter how much suffering your body might go through. As much suffering as your body might go through. If you come with those four, wallahi al-azim, you will find ladda, ni'mah, salah, falah. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يدخلنا الجنة. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. لا إله إلا الله.